Hi. So this is how you tape a pole. So first of all, this is a completely blank pole. You're gonna take your silk, pull it out, and find which end is the top. You're gonna take it and put it with the bottom side down first. Take your pole, insert it, slide it all the way down. So your flag should be in the correct direction. If it has a longer tail, the longer tail should be pointed downwards. Next, you're gonna take your bolts, and with your bolts, you're gonna take your tape, your black electrical tape, and to prevent the crunchiness of bolts, you're gonna wrap a little bit on the edge of your bolt, like so, and layer it up a little bit so the sound is muffled. If it hits the inside of your pole, it's not as loud, in case they do get loose and you won't have controls. It's much better than so you're gonna do the same to both bolts. One should be longer than the other. Size comparison. You don't need to wrap the entire bolt in tape, just the end. This end with the flag is going to have the shorter bolt because the flag is heavier, so you don't want it to be bottom heavy. You're gonna take the smaller bolt and you're gonna put it in there and take two, about, I'd say 2 to 3 inch pieces of tape. You're gonna place it like a cross, like so. And you're gonna take your second piece of tape and layer it the same way, but across. So they should be making a cross shape. This will keep your bolt intact. Now you're gonna take your bottom, your top stopper. This is a top stopper. You're gonna place it over it, push it in as far as it'll go, and then take a long-ish piece of tape, not too long, but like that long, I don't know. You're gonna take a piece of tape long enough to wrap around the side of it. So you should be covering half of this stopper, and press it onto the hole and pull it tight. You're gonna take another piece of tape about the same length and do the same thing, but cover the other half of the stopper, like so. Right? And then pull it tight. If you have one of these, which I don't think any of you do, you're gonna fold it down. If you fold it into the top stopper, there's a good chance you'll pull on this and this will come flying off, so don't do that. Just fold it over like so. Now you're gonna take your tape and go ham. You're just gonna wrap it. Make sure it's nice and tight so that way it doesn't come off later. So you should have a top stopper on, and you should have your silk. Next, you're gonna go to your tab. If you have a tab like this, which most of you do not, you're gonna fold it, because we don't want a super long tab. Make sure that your seam is perfectly straight like this and not twisting. Make sure it's perfectly straight and aligned, so that way you can tape and it not be super twisty turny. And you're gonna go ham with your tape.
Make sure it's pulled tight so you can have a tight tab.
And voila, you have the first half of your taping done. Now for the bottom half, we're gonna take our bottom stopper and it should be the long one. You're gonna take the same technique that you did for the top stopper, so the cross method. Again, should only be about 2 or 3 inches. Don't waste tape, which I think is enough to get the job done. Honestly, I'd say it's kind of big. Now we have both bolts in. We're gonna take our bottom stopper, push it on as far as it'll go, and do the half and half method again. There we go. And for this one, since we don't have a silk, we're just gonna go ahead and wrap the tape straight around. I usually start at the top. It's just easier that way. If you want, you can have a little bit of an overlap, like so you can fold it over and it'll make the seam. Still make sure we're pulling the tape super tight so the tape will stay on, and it'll keep your crosses in line as well. And that is it. You have a perfectly functional flag. Everyone should have cheaters in their silk. Everyone should have cheaters on their pole. And that's how you tape a flag. Bye!